Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Pratibha, and today I want to talk about detachment. Sometimes we obsess over the outcomes, we get frustrated over it if the outcome does not match our expectations because we have put so much effort towards something, and when the gratification doesn't come, it makes us feel upset and disappointed, right? We cannot always control what's happening outside of us. We can always control the things that we can actually control, like our efforts, our approach towards things, our response towards a situation. So, all of those things that we can control. And I want to share how to practice detachment consciously and maybe feel more at peace. Being a perfectionist is not a bad thing, but when it can deplete our mental energy, it's a problem. And we have to learn to balance that. And to my perfectionist people out there, this video is for you. And let's be honest about detachment. It's not like you flip a switch and suddenly stop caring about everything, right? It doesn't work that way. And in an era of instant gratification, detachment feels impossible. I hear you, but it is important to practice it. If you're a perfectionist, you tend to ruminate over every outcome, lose sleep over it, you constantly stress about what comes next, all that mental energy. This shouldn't be something that should be exhausting you. Being a perfectionist is not bad, it's a beautiful trait to always want to better yourself. But when we constantly put ourselves on a pedestal, it's going to exhaust us in the long run, and we do not want that. I want to share some practical ways to practice detachment in this video, so stay with me. Now that I have learned about detachment and how to actually practice it, I have been embracing my perfectionistic tendencies as well. It's just that it has to be in a balanced state. Everything in balance, I guess. I used to be completely trapped by perfectionism. Like I said, I had to, take my perfectionistic tendencies down to a notch because of my life circumstances. My personal experience has taught me to actually embrace detachment. And that's how I have been practicing it. I think that experience has helped me to see it in a different way. I realized that getting better at life isn't about reaching a flawless end state. It's just something we practice in small, realistic amounts in everything that we do. It's not like you detach from things suddenly out of nowhere. Usually things fall apart, you hit a wall, and it forced my brain to actually adapt, which I really appreciate. I think I hit a wall of emotional exhaustion. Constantly overthinking and chasing perfection takes an absolute amount of mental energy, and it's a lot. My brain simply burned out from carrying the weight of it. So I also woke up to the illusion of control. The thing is, you can do everything perfectly, and still the outcome could fumble. Still, the outcome wouldn't match your expectations because of circumstances, because of environment, because of people in your life, because of timing. And obsessing over results was a waste of time. I think the biggest catalyst in my transformative journey was delayed gratification. The thing is, all of the milestones that people have in their life, getting a job and all the normal things that people would do at a certain specific age, all of that was delayed for me. So believe me when I tell you, I understand delayed gratification better. So it wasn't like a lifestyle choice I made, it wasn't conscious decision. Simply in a position where immediate rewards or quick validation weren't just options. I think I was made to live this life with more stability. But looking back at it now, I think I'm grateful for that experience because it has shaped me the person that I'm today. I had to put an immense amount of energy and effort into things that matter to me the most and wait for a long time to see if it even mattered. That uncertainty was not nice, wasn't a good feeling when I was experiencing it, actively going through it. But now that I look back at it, I'm grateful for that experience. It has given me this wisdom that I have today now. And yeah, to survive that long waiting period without losing my mind, I think my brain had to find a way to fill the void, the anxious gap between the effort and the reward. I think that's why I understand detachment better. Through that experience, my self worth has shifted. I stopped tying my identity to my achievements. I realized that fumbling a thing doesn't make me a failure. The pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of letting go. I think that's when I learned to lower the stakes of my perfectionistic tendencies. How do you consciously practice detachment when you're hardwired to obsess over the outcomes? I have some practice that you can do. You don't try to stop caring. You just redirect your focus. You redirect where you put your care. You shift 100% of focus from the outcome and you redirect towards the process, the way you approach the outcome. So instead of thinking, like, will this succeed? Will I get a perfect score? Start focusing on the immediate step. You can ask yourself, how can I approach a specific task with good quality and honest effort right now? So the immediate one is the one that you put your care into, your focus into, because that's the thing that we can control. And once your action is finished, you mentally close the book. Okay? You did your part, and the aftermath is not your business. For example, if you're going on a date, focus on being present, authentic, instead of obsessing over will they text me back or did they like me and all that. You don't have to jump to the next state, right? If you're being real, honest, and present, if they valued that, they would definitely text you back. So if they are the right person for you, they will definitely text you back, right? And you don't have to obsess over the outcome. So you put your focus into something that you can control. We cannot control the other person's action or the environment. If you want to practice detachment in a tangible way, I want to share an exercise with you. All you have to do is take a piece of paper and draw a line right down the middle. In the left, write all about the outcome of things that you're working towards. Anything. List down all the things that you have absolutely no control over. Okay? And in the right, you list down everything that you have 100% control over. That is your approach, your preparation, your effort, whatever it is that you're doing, that you can do, that you have control over. And take that paper and strike down that left column completely or tear it down. You only focus on what is in the right. Leave the rest. Forget about the rest. That's the only way to go about it. And in the beginning, this will help. The left column doesn't exist. You're going to focus only on the right column. And here is the most common, normal thing. We are all going to fumble in life. It's a normal part of human experience. And there will be days where you slide back into your old patterns and start obsessing over the outcomes. And kicking yourself down for that isn't going to help. And if a situation doesn't pan out the way that you want to, remember that life isn't a one shot game. There will be always another time to try things. And to handle this setback, I'm gonna share a 24-hour rule now. Okay? I hope this helps. If something fumbles you or you handle a situation poorly, allow yourself 24 hours to feel disappointed over it. It's not like we are suppressing, right? Allow yourself to feel disappointed. Okay? Process it, look at the data, analyze what went wrong with your approach. But the moment the 24 hours are up, the clock resets. The situation is buried now, and you move on to try the next thing. You try a different approach to change the outcome. And every single fumble or stumble is just data for you to refine your approach so that you can change the actual outcome. Give everything to the process while you are in it, but give nothing to the rumination once it's over. So mastering detachment is a daily practice. So it's not like a permanent fix. Let me tell you that. Lowering your perfectionistic tendencies, even just one notch, will give your sanity back. You don't exhaust your mental energy. I want to encourage you to practice detachment because it's going to help you save a lot of mental energy and redirect your focus into things that actually matter to your growth. Drop the one thing that you're currently obsessing over. Let's help each other reframe the approach instead of an outcome. Focus entirely on doing it well and let go of the outcome. And see how much mental freedom it gives you. See you all in the next video. Bye.